XRP holders, I've got a video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about XRP and my opinions on where I think we could be headed here, because we have broken below $2. Now we're basically playing with that level, and I'm going to be talking about where I think we could be headed here. So without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, hit that bell. Welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm maxi. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys, so we're starting off here looking at the daily time frame. And I'll be completely honest, when I look at this, this is looking almost exactly like the price action of Bitcoin right now. And I have to say, XRP has held up better than any other coin, okay? It is very, very strong. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised. I thought usually a lot of XRP's moves to the upside get brought back down to earth, but we've been holding up really well here. But I will say, you're looking at a very, very important level that needs to be taken back over, and that is the level of $2.07. Right now, we wicked all the way down to $1.62, and we bounced back up. We're retesting it, but guys, we need to overtake this. If we just come up here and reject off of it, guys, unfortunately, I'm going to say we're probably making new lows, and we're probably coming below $1.61. But there's a big but here. There's a good chance that we could be bottoming out. If you look at Bitcoin, which we'll take a look at here shortly, you could see that there's a chance that we are starting to bottom out, and then we should be looking for basically a closure, flipping this from resistance to support at $2.07. And if that does happen, well, guys, then we have a higher low, and that is the beginning of a potential reversal. So looking at the entire market, let's take a look here. I do want to say, guys, I'm flabbergasted, honestly, about how strong XRP has been. But, you know, when you zoom out and you realize, like, Brad Garlinghouse, he's starting to get in with basically the governments around the world, getting into the Japan banking system, the XRP spot ETF right around the corner. There's filings for it. Probably will be one of the next ones that goes live. You also have this SEC lawsuit where, unfortunately, one day it's over, the next day it's back on. They paid a $50 million fine on it. I believed that that was going to be over, but I think we have to wait a little bit more to see the SEC come out and say, hey, we're done with this, which I thought has happened, but not just yet. We're getting close, though. I do think that the overall regulation, the regulatory climate for the U.S. and really all the other governments in the world versus crypto is really, really lightening up. So I would not be surprised at all any day now to see that pivot where the SEC leaves XRP alone. It's well overdue, but I think that we're going to be seeing that very soon. But guys, looking at XRP, we're down quite a decent amount from all-time highs, but it is still so strong over $2. Seeing it at $118 billion market cap, $3.4 billion 24-hour volume. Quite significant. I do want to say, guys, I am expecting more volatility in this market. You look at Bitcoin, we're trading around 83,000. I'm going to show you an important level here on Bitcoin shortly. But, you know, we're catching a little bit of a bounce. Solana back above 120. That's strength. Solana is showing really good strength, honestly. But all in all here, we're not just out of the woods yet, and I want to talk about that. But guys, I do expect more volatility. If you do want to take advantage of this volatility and you want to get some free XRP, check out in the description box below or pinned comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin, a fantastic leverage trading platform. And if you deposit $100, you get $10 for free in XRP. So feel free to check that out and take advantage of that free $10 of XRP. Hopefully that $10 of XRP turns into, I don't know, $50 at some point. I think it's possible, especially with where this climate is. You know, right now we are going through a little bit of a choppy phase with all these tariffs, but we will make it. We will make it to the other side, guys. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Over on Crypto Twitter, you can follow me at 333blacksea. I posted this yesterday about anything below 84,000 is a lower high on Bitcoin. We are not out of the woods just yet. And I showed this, and I'll show you what we're looking at here, right, guys? We really need to, like, the first step to set us up to making new highs and really getting out of this bearish formation here, out of this sideways and more downward sell pressure, is we have to make a new lower high and see the first step of a reversal. And, or excuse me, a higher low. That's what we need to see, a new higher low. And right now, we're getting very close to it, but we are not just there yet. A good way for me to be, like, my line is what I'm looking for is really like 84, 85,000. If we see a closure above that on the daily time frame, guys, that's the first higher low, okay? That could be the first beginning of our reversal. But as of right now, guys, we came up to 88K, we broke down, we bounced. We are very, very close to making a higher low, but until we close above 84, 85,000, this is a lower high, and I expect more spillover. And I will be honest, guys, I think if we do spill over here, we're probably going to be testing the 73,400 and maybe even wicking below it. And if that does happen, that's okay. Probably means that the traditional market is rolling over as well. And guys, right now, the traditional market is really at the whim of Trump and these tariffs. So it's very tough to be in a predictive market, but we are playing with very volatile price levels. And I do think that we probably are. There's a very good chance that this is the bottom here, especially if this makes a higher low. Then I would say, yeah, guys, there's a good chance that the bottom is in. But if we start to break down here, I'm going to say, hey, guys, look out below for 73K. And there's a good chance that we just bounce off of it, and that's the low. I think that the low is pretty close as long as the traditional market doesn't continue to spill over. If that does happen, then there's a good chance that we start to move into a recessionary period, and that would be, in my opinion, we'd probably be breaking below 68,000. I think there's a chance of a test at that. And if it gets really, really ugly, we could come all the way down to 51K, but that's kind of like my worst case scenario. I mean, unless we go into like a depression period, but I don't really think that we see that play out. Inflation is coming down. I think we're close to the bottom. I really do, as long as we don't close below 73K. Guys, let me know in the comments below. Are you bullish on XRP? Do you think that we're going to break below $2 again? Do you think Bitcoin's going to take us down? Or are we getting ready to see a large move to the upside? I'm very curious on what you have to see about that. Personally, I think that we really have to wait on this week, really like the next day or so here. If we start to see closures above 84, 85,000 on Bitcoin, I think it'll be a good indicator that we're probably looking for a little bit of relief in the market. That's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, follow me, 333 Blacksea on Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.